Hey, just a quick little update. The episode that you're about to listen to was recorded 2 weeks ago before the direct for February 17th, 2021. I'm saying this now because 75% of the shit I mentioned in this video kind of irrelevant, especially the last part of the video. And yeah, just a little heads up. Please enjoy the video. You know something, I really should just rename this podcast to Super Smash Lesbians, since it's more focused on that instead of Super Smash Crew, but I don't know, it's just so weird having your title literally use the word lesbians. That's just like targeting a specific group of people. Anyway, I'm AJ, and I'm back. As I promised before, I did record that 1 hour YouTube video where I go over all of the character decisions from 2015 to 2020. And if you're wondering where you could find it, I haven't really set up my YouTube channel like 100%, but the link is on my Twitter account, so just go to @AJSmashing and you'll find it in no time. So for the rest of the episodes I do want to talk about, I already went over the evolution of this franchise from 2015 to 2020 in the first 4 episodes, which I am planning on putting them on YouTube with visual enhancements. I just don't know when's the time to do it. So as for these next couple of episodes, I'm just going to be going over things that happened in Ultimate. So I'm planning on doing episodes where I go over each season in depth, or other events prior to Ultimate, and I hope that it'll be fun. But for this episode in particular, I will be going over the DLC crew from Super Smash Lesbians Ultimate. Now, I already went over this briefly in the 4th episode, that the characters Rex and Molina were not DLC in the respective games, so I decided to pair them up, beat the crap out of the other characters that were getting it as DLC, and try to convince people saying, hey, you should put them in as DLC. Now, it should be noted that these two have beat the shit out of a lot of people, so much so that I'm going to have to divide this into 2 parts, where this first part is going to go up to Season 3's finale, and the second part will be from Season 4, or in this case the movie, up till whenever the final 3 Smash characters for DLC will be revealed and then released. So, as I mentioned in the 4th episode, I really wanted Rex to be in Smash Bros. Ultimate, but instead I got a Mii costume. I'm not gonna, drown out about it or go off on a tangent, because I have another tangent I'm gonna talk about later in this video. So, April of 2019, still kind of pissed off, but the first DLC character was gonna get introduced. Joker, or Ren Amiyama from Persona 5. Technically second if you want to count Piranha Plant as the first one, but he wasn't a part of the Fighter's Pass, so I don't know. But on the other side, Mortal Kombat 11 was also revealing its new characters before the game was released. And they did mention that there was going to be DLC, like usual. However, there was one character that a lot of people were skeptical would not be in the game, that being Molina. And the major reason for that was, oh, well, she died in the last game, she can't be in this game. Which, you might be mistaken that Mortal Kombat 11 is all about time traveling and encountering your past selves, or people that died in the past and now in the present. So, with that in mind, Molina did have a chance of getting in, maybe not as a base character, but as DLC. But the problem was, since Mortal Kombat X, Molina has changed a lot. She just completely took responsibility for herself. She gained her maturity, something that is not seen in either her Mortal Kombat 9 or even 11's alliteration. And more importantly, she is the head manager of Coral Knights, the group that is a part of the Coral Alignment, obviously, which fight against the Revenants. But I will talk about Molina's backstory and Coral Knights in general in another video, because that woman's backstory in Coral Knights is fucking insane. So, for MK11, she's kind of stooped out that she's not going to be in the base roster, but she doesn't have that much hope she's going to be DLC. Same goes for Rex, believe it or not. He didn't care if he was going to be in Smash. And he wouldn't even mind if he was going to be in it. So he was kind of on the fence about it. It should be noted that I will be referring characters by their names instead of their roles. So, please watch the video on YouTube. Once again, you could find it easily on my Twitter at AJSmashing. It should also be noted that these events that I will be bringing up, at least the first couple, are technically considered Season 0 of Super Smash Lesbians Ultimate. What's Season 0, you might ask? Well, it's basically a collection of different events from different storylines that all have the common goal of building up the return of Super Smash Lesbians. Subcoral Knights had this huge event for Joker being in Smash, and I asked Carmella, who is the head of Subcoral Knights, aside from the head of the entertainment industry and the Viacom alignment, I asked her, could you invite Rex over because he is also part of the Subcoral alignment, mainly because he's a Nintendo character? And she said sure. She didn't know why I wanted him, but I asked. And also I asked, could you bring Molina along? Because as I mentioned in the video, her and Molina are friends, so it's kind of a strange question for me to ask her, but she did it for me anyway. Once both characters were at the event, I had them introduce one another, and I both told them that, hey, you guys are in DLC, but there is a way that I could make you DLC and try to convince others that you should be in your respective fighting games. So Rex, like I said, he really didn't care if he was in Smash or not. So I basically asked Rex, hey, for shits and giggles, would you mind fighting Ren for me? And he didn't mind, and it just so happens that Rex won against Ren. I'm honestly surprised that Ren did not summon either Arsene or Sentinile, but hey, I mean, Rex was able to win. I think that gave him confidence to say, you know what, I'll give it a go. I'll be a part of this DLC quest if you want. That was like the worst Scottish accent I have ever done. I apologize. Now, one thing that's different between how Mortal Kombat does their DLC and Smash, they give you the combat pack, they tell you who's in the specific pack, and they were released one at a time. Smash, on the other hand, they don't tell you who's going to be in Smash until whenever Nintendo wants you to know. That's how it works. So at least for Molina, she had a roadmap on who she had to fight and how it was going to be planned out. Rex, well, it was on the dime, unfortunately. After the fight with Joker, the next fight was with Shang Tsung, the first DLC character for MK11. Molina did not want to fight Shang Tsung, especially the fact that Shang Tsung created Molina, and that's technically her father, which is also her mother, which is kind of weird. So Molina did not want to fight her quote-unquote mom. So Rex had to do it, and afterwards, Rex somehow won against the shape-shifting sorcerer. Next up is Hero. I'll get into this particular event because it does show up in another storyline, one of the Disney storylines to be exact. It goes off into its own thing. It's not perfect for a time to talk about for something like Super Smash Lesbians. Okay, whatever. Next up, Nightwolf. Molina did not want to fight Nightwolf. She skipped out on the fight. Flipping over to back to Smash Brothers, the next DLC character was Banjo and Kazooie, and because I was not gonna help out Rex for this fight, Rex was pretty unhinged. So much so that when he fought Banjo, he accidentally killed him. But that's just only the tip of the iceberg. Turns out that Gruntilda appeared in Subcoral Knights 2's storyline, and at the end of that, she died and became a ghost. And so when she found out that the bear and the bird were dead, she said, this is perfect, I'm gonna take their souls and get myself revived. So yeah, Rex technically caused a new problem. And by the way, this is actually the end of Season 0, because literally the night after the first episode of Season 1 of Smash Lesbians Ultimate was aired. It's like the perfect bridge between Season 0 and Season 1. Now, before I get to the next Mortal Kombat DLC character, I do want to bring up something that's important. Well, to me at least. During the month of September, I was playing Fire Emblem Three Houses. And my playthrough was a bit blind. This is just going to be spoilers from chapters 10 to onward. So, in chapter 10, the main character Byleth and his dad take out a couple of monsters. One of the students in the school walks up to his dad and just flats out kills him in front of Byleth's eyes. And I'm like, holy shit, this girl, Monica, she's kind of a bad bitch. And so in the next chapter, Byleth confronts Monica, who isn't actually Monica. She's actually a pale-skinned, wearing black onesie with 3 tentacles piercing out of the back of her butt, named Crania. And as soon as I saw this woman's design, I'm like, holy shit, this is a pretty dope design, especially for something in Fire Emblem. So, I continue the chapter, I have Byleth take out Kronya on the map, and then a cutscene plays. It turns out one of Kronya's adversaries decides to use her as a sacrificial lamb and sends her and Byleth into the realm of darkness. Now, naturally, because Byleth is the main character, he gets out just fine. But Kronya? Yeah, she's dead. And literally, not even 2 minutes of screen time, I'm like, are you kidding me? You show off this really cool design, and then you kill off the character? At least she is a free unit that you could get in Fire Emblem Heroes, so I could still have Kronya beat the shit out of people. But back to Three Houses, I'm like, fucking seriously? Not even like she retreats and then she comes back for a rematch in a later chapter? That's gotta be bullshit and stupid. And guess what? It was. But apparently, everyone else thinks that Kronya was a shitty character, except for me. Whatever, man. But I kind of had a little optimism because this is Fire Emblem. Nintendo's definitely going to have DLC. And sure enough, they did plan to have DLC for Three Houses. So I was planning, oh, this is going to be great. I could have Kronya be a part of the DLC unit. I just got to get her out of the Realm of Darkness. So I had Rex and Molina go to the Realm of Darkness and try to pick up Kronya. But it was too late because Gruntilda pretty much eviscerated her corpse and just dipped. And then later that day, I found out that all the DLC was planned for Three Houses, and sadly, Kronya was not one of them. Well, at least I learned my lesson that I can't have everything go my way, and I can't save everyone. Anyway, going back to Mortal Kombat, the next person that was DLC was a T800 Terminator. And in Shareverse, I can go over this a little bit more in another video, but really, Skynet is, well, not in the best shape. I mean, they have nuclear missiles that they could cause Judgment Day whenever they want, but I don't know, the owner really doesn't want to do it because he doesn't feel like it. Not to mention, even if he does launch Judgment Day, a shit ton of people are going to be at his door and ready to kill him. But seeing the two Mortal Kombat DLC characters that Molina did not fight, I was getting a little pissy. So I walked up to Molina and I said, hey, the two Mortal Kombat characters that were DLC, why aren't you fighting them? Like, what's going on? Is something wrong? And she said that, obviously, she didn't want to fight her mom, and she fought Nightwolf, like, 1,000,000 times in Coral Knights. It's like, what's the point of fighting him again, even though she knows she's gonna win again? And, to be fair, both were valid points. And it's the same thing with any model Terminator. If she fights a T800, huge hordes of them, she's basically going to slice them in two. And even if she fights T1000 and TX models, there is a good chance Molina would pretty much destroy both models. After all, Molina does have a thing known as the Shining Ray, which gives her this super form of moves and other shit from other people. In Molina's case, her Shining Ray form is based off of the guest characters from Mortal Kombat 9 and X. So she has a Predator helmet, a shoulder cannon, she has those detonator arms that you can like self-destruct with. In addition, she has Freddy's finger gloves, but instead of knives, it's machetes for Jason. And then later she gets chainsaws, like the chainsaw chains for the machete hands, and like, what? And last but not least, she does have stuff relating to xenomorphs. She gains a tail, acid blood, and she even has like those weird tongue-mouth things that aliens have. I'm gonna be real here. Probably the coolest design for a fan-made thing for a pre-established character in Shareverse. I'm just gonna say that right now. But as for Terminator, she didn't want to fight any of the models that were at Skynet, especially since Skynet was kind of at a budget for a previous storyline a couple of years ago, and they were worried that if she destroyed all of their models, there's a good chance of them not coming back. So they said, no, we're not going to have Molina destroy all of our models. Unless the big guns. This is something in another storyline, but really what you need to know is that Molina's opponent for a replacement for just any Terminator model was the T-3000. aka John Connor. And let me tell you this right now, Terminator Genisys was a good movie. Alright, I don't care what anyone says, that movie was good. In fact, if I get 3,000 subscribers on my YouTube channel, I will 100% do a 40-minute video defending Terminator Genisys and why I think it's a good movie. But what you really need to know about the T800 is that he is an unstoppable powerhouse. This guy has nanotechnology, fucking teleporting, slicing people into fucking disguises, even though his only weakness is magnets, which is...
Fucking magnets, how do they work?
He's still an unstoppable force. Even Skynet was like, yeah, we don't want this thing in our possession at all. Unfortunately, Terminator Genisys fucking sucked according to everybody else, especially the Terminator community, because Terminator communities are full of boomers that only like the first two movies and nothing else. They decided to make another Terminator movie. Anyway, I think that's why he was pissed off. He set his sights on Kara, who was currently working at Super Smash Lesbians Ultimate playing the Rob role. I don't know why he decided to go after Kara. It might be because Kara had the same hairstyle as the character Grace from Dark Fate. So he thought, if I kill this woman, all my problems will be just resolved. And before you say, oh, well, why didn't he figure out that Kara is not the person he was going after? Terminators never kill the right people the first time. I mean, look at the first movie. The T800 killed the wrong Sarah Connor before he went after the real one. These guys never get things right the first time around. Thankfully, he decided to wait until after that week's episode of Smash Lesbians Ultimate was over, so he could go in outside of the set and silently terminate Kara. Although thankfully, both Rex and Molina were around just before he was about to kill Kara, and they both fought the T-3000, and let's be real here, Rex got his ass kicked by this guy. He got fucked over so hard that he was literally about to die if it wasn't for Molina interfering, using an improvised magnetic field to disable the T-3000's nanobots, and taking them out once again. So yeah, Rex was not happy about that fight, but hey, at least Molina actually did fight somebody she was supposed to fight and kill them, so I'm not complaining about her. Next up is Maishiranui, who is the replacement for Terry in Smash Lesbians Ultimate. And look, we didn't want to fight Mai, because Terry came out literally an hour after his showcase, where Sakurai said, Mai's not going to be in Smash Brothers because it's a game for good boys and girls. So, Mai was kind of upset that her boyfriend, Andy, Terry's brother, and all of her other friends were going to be in Smash except for Mai. She didn't even get a spirit. That's how much they didn't want her to be in the game. So she was feeling down, but because it was part of the rules, Rex had to fight Mai. I think he realized that this was kind of a bad idea. When both of them were on their final stock, Rex was grabbing the ledge, and he let go, and he didn't recover. He felt bad that Mai, got shit on today, and he didn't want to make things even worse for her. And thankfully, Mai remembered that, oh yeah, I'm still going to be in Smash Lesbians Ultimate, I'm still going to have a fun time. Thanks, Rex, for giving me that boost of confidence. Now we're going to get back to Mortal Kombat 11. The next DLC character was Sindel. And because Sindel was released during the Thanksgiving break, Molina decided to invite Rex over for her family's Thanksgiving dinner. So yeah, once again, there was no fights. She wasn't going to fight her mother, or in this case, her foster mother or stepmom. And the next one is very strange because Byleth and the Joker both came out on the same day. So in one room, Rex was fighting Byleth, and instead of the Joker, Selena Kyle, aka Catwoman, uses her Leopardus form to fight Molina in the other room. Byleth and Rex had a 3 out of 5 match, and because both fighters were so good, both sets of 5 ended up in a tie. They were just that strong. And as for Molina, she did take out Leopardus. However, Rex accidentally mentions Kronia to Byleth, and yeah, Byleth gets all pissy about it and starts accusing Rex that he was working with Kronia and the group she was from. However, that accusation was later rectified in the Season 1 finale, where all of the other DLC characters, up until this point, they all teamed up and they all helped Rex and Molina take out Gruntilda's forces. Outside of the set, of course. This was all in Gruntilda's lair. And Rex and Molina both fought Gruntilda, killed her. Both the souls of Banjo and Kazooie were restored. And even Crania was resurrected, believe it or not. So hey, all's well that ends well. Except if you're Gruntilda. Alright, now we're getting into Season 2. This is where, this video is kind of long, but these last 4 are kind of short. Season 2, Spawn. Because COVID just happened, Molina did not fight Spawn or anything related to him, so we had to skip over Spawn, unfortunately. However, we did not skip out on Mortal Kombat 11's Aftermath expansion, because we got 3 new characters, and one of them being RoboCop. And you might ask yourself, a Robo character. Where ever heard that before? Oh yeah, RoboNam. Now, I just want to say this right now. Molina and Nami have the most bitter, bloodshed rivalries in all of Shareverse. Rosalina and Samus's rivalry, sure, that's the most well-known, but it wasn't as aggressive and batshit crazy as Nami and Molina's. In fact, I can go over the origin of their rivalries when I talk about Coral Knights and Molina's extensive backstory. But what you really need to know is, Nami and Molina had a fight in 2015, May of 2015 to be exact, and that began their whole rivalry. And because this was April of 2020, and the 5-year anniversary of this rivalry was right around the corner, I thought, fuck it. Molina, you're going to have your epic rematch with Nami, and it's going to be great. Additionally, outside of the set, Rex wanted to fight Luffy just to see how strong he was. And yeah, to no surprise, Luffy did not go all out, because if he did, he would have killed Rex. And while Molina basically was beating the ever-living crap out of Nami, she didn't kill her. In fact, she extended her hand out, and she told Nami, "You're gonna draw that fucking map." Because in One Piece, Nami's main goal is she wants to draw a map of the whole world. And that's kind of literally friendships, because Aftermath also brought back friendships in Mortal Kombat 11. And Molina is in Katana's friendship. Hey, who knew? And as for Rex and Luffy's fight, it kind of ended in a stalemate. Luffy and Rex both promised that they would fight again when they both fulfilled their promises. Rex becoming DLC, or just in Smash Brothers in general, and Luffy becoming King of the Pirates. Yeah, I'm gonna have to wait until another 5 years, maybe 10, just to see this rematch happen. And that was the end of Season 2. Season 3 started up with Min Min being in Smash Lesbians Ultimate, and nothing special. Rex beat the crap out of her. And then, jumping from the beginning of the season to the end, we had the Minecraft characters being portrayed by the Injustice bitches, which is Harley Quinn, Poison Ivy, Enchantress, and Raven from Teen fucking Titans.
Oh yeah, from Teen Titans. Oh yeah.
When I heard that Minecraft was going to be in Smash, I had a little panic attack, because I honestly thought that Steve could potentially be top tier, which, well, to be fair, he is. In fact, Steve was actually the first character I got into Elite Smash. But the point was, I could not have Rex fight Harley, because I don't know what the hell she's capable of. And she's potentially top tier. So I decided to have Rex, train his ass off, just to make sure he doesn't die from Harley. Because if you lose from Harley Quinn, that's embarrassing. However, when the day came, the final episode of Season 3, it was honestly an embarrassment. Rex defeated Harley with his last stock being at 69%. Nice. And Harley didn't like that. She wanted a rematch. The Gotham City Sirens, basically her, Selena, and Ivy, going up against the DLC crew, which was only Rex and Molina at the time, so they needed a third member, and Byleth stepped in. And at this point, Molina was finally DLC for Mortal Kombat 11, which I'll get into more when I discuss the movie. So she didn't mind getting out first. But let me tell you, man, when I saw Rex and Byleth teaming up, and the song Edge of Dawn playing and starting to hit hard, that was the most satisfying thing I've ever seen in my entire life. I'm not even joking. And it's just such a fitting full circle thing. Both Rex and Violet. Once rivals at the end of the first season, and now they're teaming up, working together at the end of the third season. That's just amazing. Also, Violet spiked the ever-living crap out of Ivy, and it was like the greatest thing ever. And once again, Rex got the final blow off of Harley once again, making him win his match with Harley yet again. And that's where I'll end it here. I wanted to bring up Season's 4 premiere in this episode, but it's so long that I don't think it's possible. And besides, I still gotta talk about the movie, since the B-plot to Super Smash Bros. Means Ultimate the movie is Rex versus Molina. So, you know, that's a whole other video I gotta discuss, especially for a two-parter. But if you do want to hear my little words of optimism, I do want Rex to be in Smash. I mean, Molina got in Mortal Kombat 11. I mean, it's possible that Rex could do the same. This is just gonna be real talk. If you're wondering why I'm so obsessed about Rex being in Smash, it's because I don't think we're gonna get another Smash Brothers game after Ultimate. I mean, every single character before this game, plus a whole bunch of third-party characters, where are you gonna go from here? You gotta take it down a notch. So, when the next Smash Brothers game comes out, and they're not gonna bring back all the characters, but Rex is in that game, Smash Brothers 6. People aren't gonna play Smash 6, they wanna go back to Ultimate with a shit ton of characters. So, you know, even if Rex gets in Smash, he's not going to be in the Smash game that everyone's going to play. However, there is also an alternative to this. They could port over Smash Bros. Ultimate to other consoles, while also adding in new characters, maybe new features. Kind of like how they did it with Mario Kart 8 from the Wii U to the Switch, adding in new characters, an alternate costume for Link. I mean, it is possible. But as of now, I really hope he does get in for Ultimate. And if he doesn't, I'm not going to bitch, complain, scream like a baby. I'm not going to do that, because I'm better than that. Sorry about that. I just had to get that off my chest. Please follow me on my Twitter, AJ Smashing. I'll do updates for whatever. Once I get my YouTube channel up and running, hopefully soon, maybe before April, let's say, that'll be awesome. And I will put that on my Twitter account, so, follow me there to get any more updates. This has been something that I want to talk about, especially with all the DLC shit going on, especially with the rumors going on with something like Lloyd from Tales of Hysteria. God, I hope not. That's another time. And yeah, I just wanted to get this episode done and just inform people that, hey, I'm back. I've still got a whole bunch of stories I want to talk about. With that, I'm AJ. And Terminator Genesis was a good movie, and all of you are stupid for not liking it. It did new, interesting things with both the characters and stories that we've been tired of hearing. And before you say, oh, James Cameron said he hated Genesis and liked Dark Fate, James Cameron is a senile old man that'll never make Avatar 2, no matter how much billions and billions of dollars he pours into the project. That movie will never be greenlit, and neither will any of its 70 million sequels. Fuck. I got ahead of myself right there. Shit.
I feel like I'm gonna throw up.